social creatures. Interestingly enough, when you put people into a social exchange, where they're given the opportunity to cooperate or to compete, they will in general cooperate with one another. That cooperation elicits dopamine signals that you can measure in the striatum, just like you were squirting juice or cocaine into them. In other words, the act of cooperating with another human can, in the right circumstances, feel just as good as taking a drug that affects your dopamine system.
You claim to be a player, but I f***ed your wife.
In a culture that often encourages competition instead of cooperation, Michael Pritchard has a unique way of teaching kids about happiness.
Middle school, isn't that a wonderful time when you're all going,
whatever. Talk to the booty, the hands off duty. Talk to the palm, you're not the bomb. Loser, loner, wannabe, whatever. No dust, shut up. And I think so. I read it on MySpace. Shut up.
I love 8th grade boys on the phone. They go, tight, sick, hey, who is this? Well, I'm up here sweating like Britney Spears on Jeopardy. How many of you every day see a kid here who gets isolated, teased, picked on, laughed at, and has become the target of lots of other kids teasing and bullying? Raise your hands, please. Raise your hands high, high. Look around the room, please. Look how disconnected we get over stuff. I mean, how many of you guys play that video game, Grand Theft Auto Vice City? You run over homeless people. You beat a prostitute to death with a tire iron. You run over cops, paramedics, firefighters. Am I right? Yeah. We love you guys. A great teacher named Helen Keller was asked, "Oh, Miss Keller, it must be hard for you to be blind." And she said, "It would be if I had no vision, because we really see with our hearts." Think about what your hearts are seeing that sometimes disconnect you. Think. And it can be the little words, just the little words. I was a coach out at Special Olympics. You ever seen a kid run and laugh? Yeah, I was out there at Special Olympics. I have a little 11-year-old girl who's I'm coaching. Boom, the gun goes off and she takes off running. What a heart, what a spirit. And I hear kids say cruel things to her, but she's a good teacher. She takes off running, she goes, "Yes! Whoa, this is not an Olympic form runner. She's hitting every lane." And she gets all the way down to the finish line, 40 yards in front of everybody, and she stops. And I was her coach. And I said, "Annie, no, come here. You win the gold medal." "No, coach." I said, "No, you don't understand. They're catching up. Walk to me, snap it. Come here." "No, Mike, please." And she turned around and she put her hand out for her friend, who turned and put her hand out for her friend. And then all 6 kids held hands and came across the finish line together. And she goes, "Whoa! Together, we all would win. Together, we all would win." I know that there are kids in this room who have been teased and picked on and left out and isolated. Can I get a volunteer of somebody who can share what it feels like? Big round of applause. Come on down. I'm very proud of you, son. Stand in front of me. I'm proud of you. Tell me what happens sometimes. What do they say?
I have a depression disorder and ADHD, so it just feels like life, it feels like it shouldn't be this hard. It's just like every day after school, you start crying for no reason.
What have kids said to you, Ben?
Nerd, loser, gay, all that stuff.
What has it done to your heart, son?
Just makes me feel really bad.
Is it fair to you?
No.
Is it fair to any kid at this school?
No.
Stop a minute. Not on the football field, not on the basketball court, not in all the best academic classes or languages you have will you see, Benicia Middle, such courage as this. This is the courage you should learn to love and respect and honor. Give his heart a huge round of applause. That's courage, guys.
Who else can share?
Everybody knows I'm Joey. So I'm like the shortest kid inside this room. Nobody else is shorter than me. So everybody makes fun of me. They don't even know, man. It's not fair.
Stop a second now, Joe. Take a deep breath. How should we all treat each other? Come with the love now, buddy. Come with the love. Come with the love. How should we all treat each other, Joey?
We should just feel how they feel and tell them that ain't right. You should be doing that.
Give that a huge round of applause. Good job, brother. Good job. I love you, son. Good job. Compassion leads to happiness. Big round of applause. This is the Venetian school you go to. Let them know. Let them know. This is the way you go. This encouragement. You guys are awesome. See? Joy comes from that connection to others. The best thing we can do for a child is to help them learn love.